Hi, it's me. Law of vibration video. Let's go. The 7 universal laws. Third universal law video, law of vibration. This is where the law of attraction comes from. This is all about vibration and energy. Law of vibration states that everything vibrates, nothing rests. We already knew that. Law of vibration manifests the throat chakra. I want you to just hold your fingers to your throat and you feel that vibration? Crazy. So law of vibration states not only does everything vibrate, but the reason that there are different things in the universe, like what differentiates one thing from another is the rate of vibration, the way it vibrates, how fast it vibrates, etc., etc. I talked about in the law of correspondence video the scale of life. I've come to find out that the scale of life is actually called the pole of vibration. And so, like I said, on one end, on the lowest end is the grossest form of matter, undifferentiated matter, unmanifested, just dense. On the highest end is pure spirit, pure source. Source is described as the absolute spirit. Scientists may call it the universal ether, source, the vortex. It's called many things, but whatever label it is, no one still clearly understands what the fuck it really is. Hermeticists think it's a higher manifestation, a higher degree of vibration, and we know it as God, spirit, etc., etc. On this pole of vibration, on one end is undifferentiated matter, on the other end is source, is spirit. In between those two, there are an infinity of different modes of vibration. That's why no two things are exactly identical, because no two things share the exact same vibration. So touching into this briefly, in science we know that all things are in motion, and in science they like to think it's in circular motion. Let's take a look at the macrocosm, the galaxy. The planets are revolving around the suns, and many of those planets which are already revolving around the suns are turning on their axes. The sun moves around the greater central point, and those central points are said to move around even greater central points for infinity. Now let's look at the microcosm, the molecular level. Molecules are composed of atoms, which are in motion. Atoms are composed of electrons, which are orbiting around the nucleus. So we see it on, the macrocosmic level in the galaxy, and we see it in our own cells and our own blood, that everything is coming back around, vibrating, moving in a circular motion. An example of the law of vibration, how vibration manifests colors, sounds, everything, would be a spinning top, like one of those objects that spin and spin and spin. So if a top is spinning, if it's spinning slowly, you can see it moving, but you can't hear it. You might hear like the sound of it on the table, but you can't hear the motion in itself, right? If you gradually increase the speed, you'll start to hear a low rumble. As the speed is continuously increased, the music note rises. So it starts as a low rumble. The faster it goes, it's going to be a higher pitch. The faster it goes, it's even higher, etc., etc. So one after the other, all the notes on the musical scale appears in this object that's spinning. Then when an object reaches the highest speed it can, highest speed possible, it, rises and rises, and then it'll shriek. It'll be like, a really high note, and then it'll die out. And then it kind of happens like, a dog whistle. It's still making noise, but it's not a noise that our human ears can perceive. Then, after the sound disappears, the object will raise in heat. After some time, you keep increasing the speed, you'll see the object will start to turn dark red, and then it'll go up all the colors, just like it went up all the musical notes. It'll go red, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and then violet. So then the color violet will disappear, but there will still be invisible rays that are emanating from the object that we just can't see. And then there'll be X-rays. And then eventually you keep increasing the speed, the object will literally disintegrate. This is just a theoretical example. So it'll disintegrate into its original atom or molecule that, created it. Then it is said after, the atom or molecule disappeared, it would then manifest all the mental states. Then it would manifest on spiritward, and then finally it would return to the all. It would return to, this tenuous, ethereal substance where everything originally comes from. That's just kind of trippy if you really think about it. This experiment, who's trying to do it? Who can spin a top that fast? Because that's trippy. Let's recreate this. So, how to apply this law? Hermeticists teach that every vibration or every emotion or thought, you know, is accompanied by a vibration. These vibrations are almost physical. They are physical, and they tend to affect other people, right? The Hermeticists came to a conclusion about something called induction. Induction is basically affecting another person or thing's mental state with conscious will, you know, it's basically, it can be seen as a form of, you know, telepathy. It can also be called mental transmutation. We all know that vibes are real and we can feel vibes, and so mental transmutation is basically affecting the mental states of others using your will. This can be very dangerous if it's not in the greater good for the all. As we know, this is how the government controls us. They are aware of these laws, they use these laws, and they affect our mental states with their will, because we, before today, were unaware, right? So basically what we need to do is polarize our minds at any point, at any vibration. Pick a vibration that you want to align with and polarize, which means, you know, stick yourself there. Match that vibration. It's not about controlling someone else's, it's about controlling our own. We don't want to mentally manipulate. We do want to control our own mindsets, moods, and vibrations. So polarize yourself on anywhere on the energetic pole and match that shit. That's where self-mastery comes into play. It's when we polarize ourselves so well that we then do gain control over every aspect, you know? I don't know if this is a real thing or a fake thing or a theoretical thing. I don't know if we'll ever get there in this lifetime, but that's what we strive for, right? To be in complete control over our emotions, mental states, everything. So, I have 6 steps for you to control your vibration at will. And remember, if you're trying to control another person's vibration at will, if it's not for the greater good of all, then everything has to come through you first. If you want to mentally manipulate someone, it may seem like, oh, like I'm so clever, but everything that you put out has to come through you first. So if you're trying to harm anyone else energetically, physically, mentally, emotionally, it's gonna harm yourself. Facts. Alright, number 1 way to control your vibration, mastering your feelings. I have so many videos on these, so I'm gonna keep that short, but this means notice your triggers. You know what a trigger is? It's like a thought or an emotion or something that can instantly take you down, can instantly lower your vibration, whether it be a traumatic event, a person, a moment, anything. It just instantly takes you there and takes you under. So the trick to this is creating positive triggers. What's a happy thought? What's an idea that when you think of it instantly can make you so happy that it takes you there, up here? Create positive triggers, you know, don't ignore your negative triggers. We're acknowledging them and we're creating positive triggers that can do the same effect but in reverse. The way to transcend your negative triggers is to sit with them, acknowledge them, appreciate them, and let them go. Don't ignore them. Number 2, spend time in the vibration that you want to have, that you want to set as your energy signature. How do you want to feel all the time? We want to feel abundant, loved, you know, inspired, creative. Surround yourself in environments that are that vibration. Cute ass little coffee shops where, you know, everyone there is smart and clever and, you know, working, creative. Go to museums, art shows, just anything that will take you there. That's why I love the city of Chicago. There's so many places that instantly can raise your vibration just because of the culture, just because of the surroundings and the environments. Just do the best you can to surround yourself with people, environment, and things, social settings that match the vibration that you always want to have. Number 3, external things that can help, you know, raise your vibration. Crystals. I love crystals. I literally have 2. Look into crystals. Go to your metaphysical shops. I wouldn't really buy them online because you don't know where it's coming from, but you know, hold the crystal, see how it makes you feel. Notice your energy, how it shifts with each crystal. Look up the meanings of the crystals, and you know, whatever you want more of, get those crystals. There are crystals for abundance, there are crystals for, you know, love, there are crystals for everything. Crystals are a good life hack to raise your vibration. Moonstones, if you don't know what a moonstone is, essentially a moonstone is the same, has the same effect as crystals. It improves clarity, it can help you, you know, with your vibration. If you are a, you know, if you're a very emotional person, moonstones can help you. If you have a connection to the moon, then you should get a moonstone. They're basically worn as jewelry versus having them, but there are actual moonstones that you can buy. So another thing would be like, you know, herbs. You can make, they're called elixirs, and you just type in, you know, elixir for health, elixir for love, and it's just a combination of different herbs that you might put in a tea and you'll drink it, and it is said to, you know, help whatever elixir you are trying to make. It's said to help that aspect of your life. These things can be looked at as, you know, physical things that can actually help you. It can be viewed as also placebos, but sometimes a placebo is just what you need, because it still recreates the feeling. And so use what you can. Don't pay attention to what people think. Use what you can. Binaural beats are another thing. It's a form of sound wave therapy when the left and the right ear are hearing different vibrations, and it's honestly so relaxing. I go to sleep with binaural beats. My favorite Pandora station to sleep with is binaural sleep. It is so fucking relaxing. So you can play binaural beats when you're meditating, when you're sleeping. If you want to cleanse your home, there are binaural beats for that. Just type in binaural beats for letting go, binaural beats for, you know, finding love. Whatever you want, there's a binaural beat for it. Number 4 is color therapy, because colors have frequencies too. So I like to associate the colors with the chakras. Whatever you're struggling with, if you're struggling with speaking your truth, then you want to surround yourself in blue. Wear blue jewelry. You know, if you're struggling with groundedness, you're gonna surround yourself with earth tones, reds, greens, browns. And also is eating these things, eating, you know, grounding foods such as beans, anything that grows from the ground. So color therapy is actually a great way to raise your vibration and polarize your vibration on the scale of where you want it to be. Number 5 is releasing stagnant, you know, excessive energy through physical exercise. Yoga is my number 1 favorite way to release stagnant energy, because it's so spiritual in itself and it's so intentional, and being constantly reminded to breathe and release while stretching is so therapeutic for your insides. It's honestly releasing so much stored energy that affects you in ways you would have no idea. If you just want to really cleanse, I love the video, it's Yoga by Adrienne, I think, and it's called Power Wash. She has a power wash, and then she has a yoga cleanse, or no, yoga rinse, that's what it is. Yoga rinse is my favorite. It just literally fucking rinses your body and cleanses it of stagnant stored energy. There's a yoga for everything, just like all of these other things. Crystals for love, crystals for mental health, yoga for anxiety, yoga for depression, binaural beats for anxiety. There's just, you can find it. Just look for it. Ask and it is given. Number 6 is setting your intention with affirmations. Intentions and affirmations are so powerful. If you ever need help coming up with intentions, affirmations, anything, message me on social media or on here. I will gladly email you some. Intentions are speaking into existence what you want. It's inviting what you want into your life. So instead of, you know, always being in a state of lack, we're going to act as if we have already what we want. We're going to play that role, right? Saying affirmations is vital to, you know, raising your vibration, because it is in the throat chakra, which is manifested by the law of vibration. And so when you're actually speaking things into existence, you're literally speaking things into existence. Be careful with language while you're writing your affirmations. Be careful what you say. When you're writing your affirmations, don't focus 0% on what's wrong. Like, sometimes I'll catch myself writing and I'll be like, I am focused on all the good in my life, not the bad. Nope, cross that shit off. End it at I am focused on all the good in my life. Don't mention the lack, you know? So I just want to put a disclaimer that law of vibration is you raise your vibration not by faking it, because, you know, one of my tips was to surround yourself in the environment that you want to see your vibration. But if you notice, being really depressed surrounded by super happy people does not feel good. It feels fucking terrible. It doesn't make you happy because it's a clash of frequencies. So whatever you do, be authentic in it. Wait until you're ready to get up, you know what I mean? Sometimes we do have to push ourselves, but wait until you're ready and do these things with the intention of raising the vibration to match what you want to vibrate at all times. So that's a law of vibration. Pretty simple. I hope that these tips helped you out. Let me know what you think. The next universal video is the 4th law, which is law of polarity, I believe. Let me know any questions you have, and I hope you all have a super blessed winter. I hope we're staying warm and getting as much sunlight as we can, because seasonal depression is real. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching.